Alright, today we're going to do a will it start video to see if this Firebird is going to start up and crank. Let's see what we got here.
Well, when we went to go look at this car, we were told that it was a 79, and I was pleasantly surprised to see that it is actually a 77 with a 400, and it's a legit 77. Smoking a Bandit, I guess. But the tags say that the last time it was on the road was 07, and not really sure the last time it was run. The former owner said that they started it up about 2 years ago. But, you know, when you hold a dipstick, look at the oil, looks real clean. Somebody's been changing on the oil. And then over here, the radiator is actually full of antifreeze. It's just unbelievable for something this old. Been sitting up. But we're going to do it right and pull the valve covers off. I'm going to take this fan off and so I can get my mitts down in there and turn it over by hand and watch all the valves. And you know, she's a sweetheart and we just don't want to hurt her, you know, we just don't want to throw a battery in there and try to crank it, you know. If there's some hung valves or something, we want to know before we do that. But here we go. We've got our valve covers off and got that fan out of the way so I can get my hands down in there and kind of turn her over real easy. And I'm gonna go ahead and pull these plugs out, and it looks like we've got the variety pack of plug wires. We got blue ones, gray ones, and over here we got some straights and some 90s and Yeah, I didn't know they came in a variety pack like that, but I guess somebody found them like that, but yeah. So we're gonna go ahead and get these plugs out, put something slimy down the cylinders, and maybe even send a scope down in there and take a look, and then turn it over and see if we got any hung valves. So here we go with that. Got the plugs out. I've been sending my little probe camera down in there, and I'm sure you probably can't see that too well, but there's just a little bit of rust on this one cylinder. All the rest of them don't look too bad, nothing disturbing. And when I pull the plugs out, it's kind of odd. These, the front four, look like brand new plugs. Now the back four, they look like, well, might be burning a little bit of oil. Of course, these here are a different flavor of plug. They're SL. And these here are NGKs. And the front four are AC Delco. Here again, we have the variety pack. But when we put them all back in, they're going to be AC Delco. She deserves it. She's a sweetheart. So, we're going to turn it over and watch her valves. So far, I don't see any hung up and no bent push rods. But we still want to turn her over a couple of times and just to be on the safe side. Well, the old girl turns over real nice and easy, and I didn't see any hung valves. So, just by looking at the probe camera, there was hardly no rust in those cylinders. So I think we can go ahead and clean up these valve covers, put in some fresh plugs, and I don't trust that gas tank, so we're gonna go ahead and take that fuel line off and see if the fuel pump works. We'll charge up the battery and see if it'll spin it over. Who knows? Maybe it'll have a rod knocking. Maybe it'll smoke. But in the long run, we're going to pull this little 400 out and go through it. Make it a really, really nice car. One thing that was disturbing when I had the probe camera down there is, well, those are the factory original low compression pistons. And man, for that much cast iron, it just ain't a whole awful lot of horsepower. So we're gonna have to fix that. So we'll get a few things cleaned up and get her to crank over and see how she sounds. Maybe she'll knock, maybe she'll smoke, but we're gonna find out. Yeah, I love wrenching on these old cars. They're just so simple. It's a nice evening to do it too.
Hello.
Alright, trying to get these valve covers on. After we check the valves and all that, make sure they're working. And we're going to put these on, put some new plugs in there. And if she don't smoke and she don't knock, then she's getting new plug wires.
Yay.
Just depends upon how good she is.
Well, I hope for her sake she runs.
Yeah, we picked up another set of these spreaders because one side had them and one side didn't. So, yeah, just about everything on this motor has kind of been the variety pack, you know. It's got 3 different kinds of spark plugs and all different kinds of plug wires. So, trying to at least get the valve covers matching and the spark plugs all the same. So, you know, even though we're going to take her all apart, do it upright for now, just to see how she runs. Running it halfway decent, so.
So basically, we got to see what we're looking at motor-wise.
Yeah. See if we got oil pressure. See if it's gonna knock. Just don't know what she's gonna run like until we turn her over. Let's see if these are even gonna work. Well, they might. Supposed to be for small block Chevy. So, might have to drill those holes out a little bit. Yeah. Yep. Not quite wanting to line up. Okay. I'm gonna go drill these out.
All right, see you in a minute. Okay, you're back. Did it work?
I think so. See if it'll fit.
We drilled out the center hole of those
Spreaders.
spreaders.
Yep.
Okay.
Seeing if fit here. Make it work. Just slightly modified. Okay. Next up, some spark plugs. All right. I got the wife over here screwing in spark plugs. Now, if this was a Chevy or Ford or Dodge, she wouldn't touch it. But if it's a Firebird, she's all over it wanting to work on it.
Damn straight.
Okay. We got a little method of putting plugs in and
Oops.
not cross-threading them. yeah, put a little piece of hose on it, and if you're getting it crooked, well, it ain't gonna turn. So if that hose don't spin and it's screwing in, well, then you know you're getting your threads lined up. It's a lot easier than, you know, tearing up the threads. Okay. Get those back ones. Nope. You're gonna do the easy ones first?
Yeah.
Alright.
I only fight with the back ones when I have to. Whoa. Not funny to work. Lipstick in the way.
Yeah, that thing just wants to be in the way. Okay. Got it?
Yep.
Okay. Yeah, see, that ain't so bad. All you gotta know is righty-tighty, lefty-loosey. Alright, well, we got all our plugs in and hooked up our plug wires and got it all back together, and we're gonna see if we get her to spin over. Just gonna pour a little fuel down her and see if she likes it. Okay. All right, you ready?
Ready.
Okay. Go ahead. Wow. She's alive. Okay. Well, man, just from pouring gas down there, she wants to leak out the bottom. Not sure what's up with that. But let's see if we can't get a fuel can hooked up and some fuel hoses rigged up to the fuel pump down there and see if she'll run a little bit longer. All right, we got our gas can rigged up here. We're gonna see if the fuel pump's gonna suck up and give it another try. Guess we'll just pour a little bit down there and see what happens. All right. Okay, go ahead. Got a little bit of a misfire, so she's running and she idles. yeah, that's pretty neat. Well, I think she deserves some plug wires now. Maybe that's why she's backfired. All right. Okay. That is awesome. Man, brought her to life. How about that? That's pretty cool. Well, not quite ready to hit the road, but at least she runs now. Yep. This probably hadn't come to life in a little while anyways, just from the look of things. I'm probably gonna have to do something with a carburetor. Accelerator pump ain't working, but yeah, at least she runs. All right, we get to watch the girly fingers change plug wires. I like watching the girly fingers work on cars. It's so awesome. Alright. The girly fingers in action. Next longest one.
Here. Close enough.
That's the right one? Yeah, that looks close enough.
Let me see.
That might be it. Okay, you gonna go with that one?
They're the same size.
Yeah.
So,
That's why I say it's close enough. Those old ones are probably a little bit too long.
okay.
All right, did you get the rest of the plug wires on?
Yep, got them all in.
Okay, I guess now we can see if it's gonna start up.
All right.
Okay, got all the plug wires changed. We're gonna see if it's just gonna fire up again. You ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. How about that? Just a little bit of exhaust leak and it's backfiring. Maybe a valve or something. I don't know. Maybe we need to finish up the tune-up or something. Maybe it's a bad cap. We'll see. But she's alive. All right. We discovered what the popping was. We changed our plug wires one at a time, assuming that it was correct. But, of course, they were mixed up. So, it runs so much better now. Let's see if we can get her to crank up. Yeah, runs so much better with the firing order right. That is awesome. It sounds like a good motor. Don't smoke too bad. Idles. Of course, the accelerator pump doesn't work on the quadrajet, which is common. So maybe put a kit in there and get it to where it won't have that hesitation, and yeah, get these brakes freed up and maybe we can drive it around a little bit. Got our temporary gas tank hooked up, and fits right down in here. That way we ain't gotta use the nasty gas out of the tank. Just to roll it around, drive it around here, and that kind of thing, just so we can move it. They ain't gotta push it. But
You got a new battery too.
yeah, new battery. Yeah, don't have to have the charger on it all the time. That is awesome. All right, well, thanks for watching this video, and next one we'll see if it drives.